Hi guys, welcome back to Beyond Conversation. On this episode, I'm joined by Machielle Garza, a friend of mine. I want to talk about specifically, God, how do I start with this? How's a good organic way to kind of begin? People change after high school,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It's crazy. What is your thought on that? Do you agree? You said yes, right? But how far do you agree?
I would expect them to change because we were very mature when we were in high school. So I guess they change in a more mature way. Or some people change there's some people that we went to school that they're in jail now.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
right? That's crazy. I mean, a lot of people do change. A lot of times, here's the thing. Do you know anyone who's kind of the same as far as how they were in high
Yeah,
school?
I know some.
Pause. No, you don't have to stop. I feel like I hear it. Okay. So, do you know some people who actually stayed the same after high school? Like,
Yes.
I think I have someone in mind actually that you might have in mind.
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, maybe. Yeah, I think so. No, well,
I have someone in mind.
I have someone in mind too.
He was in our.
You see mine is a she.
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, this guy was in our cheerleading group, but that narrows it down to like 5 people. So if you're out there, you know who you are. But yeah, one of the important, the crazy things is how much people change and how drastically they change. It's weird. A lot of people that I used to be really close with in high school, right now I don't really even talk to them at all. Almost immediately after high school started, ended. Occasionally there'd be times where we kind of get together and discuss how things are going, maybe plans certain things, but they really don't go much further after that.
Are you that type of friend that, because I feel like I am, that if they were to reach out to you, if you were good friends in high school, you'll pick up right where you left off? Or you're not, or you feel like as soon as you stop talking to that person, it's like, okay, we have to start all over.
I don't feel bad like talking to people again. That's it doesn't feel weird. What I feel weird about is responding at all. Like I don't have a problem like actually like, oh, I wonder what we'll talk about. That's never the thing on my mind where it's like I don't know what we'll talk about, or I don't know if I like it. It's like for me it's like do I want to respond? Like, is it worth it? I know it feels selfish, and it is. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of.
Well, you're an introvert, no?
I guess I am a little bit like.
A little bit of both.
I've been noticing that a lot lately. I've been really, I guess, conservative.
To yourself.
Before recently, actually, like I didn't want to respond to people. I would kind of take a long time. Is that depression? Like, because here's the thing. I'm not depressed, but is it a form of depression when you don't want to? To be clear, I've never felt depressed or like, that form of like depression, but is there something?
I'm sure that's one of the first steps. Like you just slowly
You don't want to respond,
Yeah.
That's, I guess, what I've been feeling before a specific time, I guess before this year, or maybe late last year, I kind of would get people messaging me and you would be hesitant to respond or you'd feel off to kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it could be either. It could be both. Or maybe it's the beginning stages because I'm sure there's the people that went through that. Like, no, I don't want to talk to people, or you became antisocial because me and Marcos became antisocial.
So when you have people who would right now, people, if someone were to message you, would you respond? Like, let's put away the opposite sex. Let's give it down to the fact that it's a woman who you haven't talked to since high school.
Yeah.
How likely is it that you were to respond to them?
I would. I feel like I would. Like, well, it depends. Like, do you want to go get coffee and stuff like that, or
Would you be
like,
committed?
to get coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would.
And then where's the line?
I don't think there is a line. I think I would. Like,
and I mean, as far as the line, the limit, as far as a friend kind of contacting you to go somewhere, where do you think is where you would kind of say, okay, for a better to give a better example as far as what I'm trying to really mean is, and I'm not saying it's right or that we are within our right to say this, which we are, but I'm not saying it's the correct response. But if a friend that I haven't talked to in a long time immediately wants to say, hey, you want to go out to dinner to get some coffee, I kind of feel a little bit weird. Like, hey, dude, I I barely go out with close friends to go get coffee. I don't.
And I guess because me, I'm not a texter. I don't like to text at all. Like any friends of mine, like Marcos, they know I don't like to text. So when a person says, let's meet up and talk, like that's way better for me. Like, yeah, let's, I rather face to face talk to somebody.
So you would be willing to go.
Yeah.
How about in
Con
your,
el permiso del marido.
Yeah, of course, right? But what I guess the way I'm trying to say it is that I don't want to come across as the guy who's like, oh my God, you're acting like you're entitled and all these things. But as far as my schedule earlier, before I would view it, I would look as my schedule, like I don't have time to be doing these things because I have 2 kids. I have, my business. I have all these things, and I barely have time to go get coffee with my own personal friends. Why would I go get coffee with someone who I haven't talked to in a long time? I feel like I put that priority, which goes back to what I was saying earlier, is that nowadays, I'm trying to step out of that comfort zone, I guess is what I think is a good term to call it. So anytime someone messages me, as opposed to how I would be before, where I'd kind of give that space of that barrier where I wouldn't want to reply to them because I'm afraid of how deep the conversation is going to get.
Yeah.
I kind of do encourage that because if you really think about it, there's nothing to be really afraid of. I guess what I used to be afraid of is like, how much has this person changed after high school, since that's where we kind of know them in school and beforehand, right? Because a lot of people do change. There's a lot of people who, I mean, now, and to put it in the worst case scenario, there's people who go to jail for shit that you didn't think they would be down for,
Yeah.
And so again, people change in high school kind of put me into that perspective where not everyone is the same person they are. Yeah. So, because I'm not the same person I was in high school. I don't know if you guys remember me in high school.
You are the same.
I'm not the same. I'm not
like overall. I feel like you're the same. Of course, there's
the mood.
Yeah.
But as far as like my priorities go,
well, that changes.
That's what I'm saying. Like you get in. I guess the difference is, are you?
But we
mature
didn't have priorities when we were kids. You know, like that.
There's some people that did though. There's some people would have.
No, that's true. That's very true. But I feel like it's. No, yeah, you're right. Okay. Overall, as teenagers, like we were living with our parents, we didn't have to pay bills. I don't think by then we could live in apartments. Yeah. So of course, as we grow up, there's more priorities. So I think everybody gains priorities now. But I think overall, like I don't think you have changed much. Just more, responsible. Like you said, priorities.
Yeah. As far as I have a close friend. Well, I think
Marcos, right?
Yeah. No, well, here's the thing. That's what's interesting is another point to this is that during high school, me and Marcos weren't close. We would hang out.
In high school?
Yeah, in high school.
Oh, no, yeah, that's true.
We would hang out because we were in cheerleading together. Yeah. We would, talk. Obviously, that was something that was normal. Like, we're there together. Let's discuss it. It wasn't until after high school that our relationship really blossomed.
Yeah. Something really beautiful.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. So my point is that after high school, he turned to someone and I turned to someone, and we both we locked. But that's my point, is that we it was kind of easier to get along with it after post high school.
Yeah.
And I have other friends that were really close in high school, really, really close in high school, who now I don't have, I guess I don't have the same intimacy. What's your position on that? I know some people I know we all have that one childhood friend that now we don't really get along with.
I had 2, and one of them I don't speak to regularly, but she was one of my bridesmaids, and it was so awesome. No, and it's nothing bad.
Yeah, no, that's not bad.
I think she knows who she is.
It's just Marcos made a face.
Ooh, escándalo.
You talking shit.
No, but it was so awesome because as soon as when she came to the wedding. Oh my God, like that's what I mean. We picked up right where we left off. Like she was, oh my God, like great. Like she's the same girl, like the same best friend.
That chemistry.
And exactly. And then the same with the other. I have 2 best friends since middle school.
That kind of defies the term best, doesn't it?
What do you mean? Well, they were. I'm
joking.
Sorry, they were.
I know they were close friends.
Yeah.
They were really, really, really close friends. In other words, best friends. Yes.
Yes.
I'm just being an asshole. I'm sorry.
Yes, you are. No, but we still talk, and it's just I still have that.
But in person, you guys had that chemistry.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So why? I mean, I'm assuming that right now that same energy as far as communicating isn't there.
Yeah.
right now, right?
And again, I'm not a texter. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Why do
I'm
you think?
I feel like I'm a horrible friend, and I've told everybody I'm not a good friend. But I'm that person that you want to talk. I'm a good listener, and I won't. If you like you fucked up or something, you did something, just talk to me. Let it all out. I'm not gonna judge. Just be that out. I'm that type of friend. I'm not the one that to check up on you. I feel like I need to work on that. Like I
mean,
do need to work on.
but is it like, here's the thing. We're adults,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We have
We
jobs.
have, that's what I'm saying. We have jobs, we have
kids.
priorities, we have our own level of commitments
Yes.
already with our own things. So is that bad?
No,
That's
I
what I'm
don't think
saying. Like,
so.
you know, you have lost connection with your friends. People do change after high school.
And I don't know how people do it. Like they maintain. Well,
Like
we
friendship.
do it.
Yeah, well, we do it because there's the reason why I think it works is because we have priorities as people. We're mature, but we're still fun. We're there. It's not where one of the groups kind of takes it a little too far. It's
Yeah.
always kind of mediated. We both always kind of,
Because I think after Vegas, we stopped talking for a little while because we were like,
yeah, no, yeah,
we were just for like
Oh,
a whole
yeah.
2 months.
Yeah,
We were
well,
just exhausted too.
yeah, no, Vegas was something else because when we, as a group, our couple group, I guess, or what do you call that?
Us?
Like the 4 people,
I feel like double
Group
dating.
couple?
Double dates.
the double daters, or
group couple. Oh,
group
yeah,
couple. So it's
Yeah.
like, again, Marcos, Kathy get together, all of us, and we hang out. We went to Vegas, and then for like a month or 2, we kind of like, it's just we're fucking tired of each other, bro.
Dude,
To put it
yes.
lightly, because dude, we had 4 days, and under those circumstances, dude, those were fucking stressful. I'm not gonna lie. Here's the
The
thing.
whole Tesla thing. Like,
Oh my god. Okay, like, look, to put it into a quick wrap, because that's a whole other a whole other fucking episode, which I don't think it should be a bad thing to do eventually when because we're planning on doing all 4 of us doing podcasts. I think that should be a whole episode on its own. But here's the problem that happened, which it wasn't our fault. The thing is, it was fun. I'm not gonna lie. Above all, it was a great experience. Would I do it exactly the same again? Fuck no. And I'm not gonna put it like, I don't want to be nice. No, fuck no, because there's a lot of things that we were kind of new to, and it stressed us out because apart from the fact that we had lack of sleep, there was a lot of late night, not sleep enough. Well, I just said that, right? Lack of sleep,
Yeah.
but we were we weren't always in. I guess what you want to say. We weren't. What do you call it when you don't drink?
Sober?
Yeah, we weren't in our sober 100%. There was always something happening, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So when we got home, it was like, okay, let's just, like, it's not like, hey, dude,
We need a
when do you
break.
guys want to hang out again? Yes, it was like, we need a break. We need to split up for a little bit. And then eventually we started, hanging out
Because
again.
before Vegas, we were like texting, hey, like
Yeah.
we need to sit down and let's talk about what we're gonna do in Vegas. And as soon as we came back from Vegas, we were like no.
Hey, you guys need to go away a little bit just to chill. But I mean, that's a good, because like even in these larger relationships, you kind of understand those two dynamics that even you need space, like we were talking about before, right? But that's going back to the subject that we were kind of discussing, is why we make a good dynamic. Because as much as it felt kind of weird not talking afterwards after
Yeah.
that Vegas, we kind of understood without having to say it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was weird.
Some other people with other friends,
Why aren't you texting me back?
yeah, you get
like,
real.
what's wrong?
And that's, I think, one thing that, aunque, me and Kathy discuss, estos vatos, mira, do you think they hate us? Do you think we hate them? Or what do
We
you
were
do?
talking about the same
Yeah,
thing.
that's what I'm
like,
saying. It's
dude,
funny, but we never take it past that boundary where it's like, hey, dude, you guys are kind of like being mean. Like, it's always
Yeah.
like, hey, I always tell Kathy, dude, they have priorities. You know what I mean? They have shit that they're doing. They have their jobs. They have their
Yeah.
shit. And that's what I think that dynamic works. But it's kind of really hard to maintain a really strong relationship that originated in high school, because you go from not having priorities and
Yeah.
maintaining that really strong relationship to having priorities, but expecting that same dynamic in that relationship to be at that same energy.
Yeah.
And so going back to, we had friends that now we don't talk to. I mean, what do you think the issue is that is preventing you from keeping that same, like, relationship? because I'm aware we all talk about our issues here. We have our group therapy sessions, like I've mentioned before, and we talk about other friends that we have. Again, we're not gonna mention names, but that you used to be friends with, but now you're not, and they have couples. So like, what's the issue? That's where the what I guess I'm trying to find out is, what is that problem that's kind of keeping you from maintaining that same relationship?
I think we're just tired all the time, like work. And being in a relationship is work. Imagine putting that same type of investment in a friendship. Like, that's like another thing. Like, I have to check up on this person. Like, oh, they want to get together. Like, it is exhausting,
Maybe people take it the wrong way.
And people might take it the wrong way.
Should they?
I don't think they should. I honestly don't think they should. The April, I'm gonna mention her. April.
Oh,
no,
shit.
April.
We weren't saying names, bro.
No, I have a coworker.
I'm not gonna lie. I got really stressed out when you said the name. I was like, dude, I don't want to cut anything. I'm not gonna be editing all day.
No. And I told her I was gonna She's very, very and I'm not gonna talk about it. She's a very caring person. Like, she checks up on you, and she'll be like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I honestly wish I could be that type of person, but I'm not. Like, I
just don't care.
And I just don't really care about you. I don't care. Oh my God. No, we get along good. We're great. Yeah. No, but the thing is, she's a good friend that she realized, like, she knows that I am that way. And if I don't message her,
she won't take it to heart.
No, she won't. At first, she would. And the very beginning, we talked. I think we talked about it.
I'm not gonna lie, with you guys, I sometimes do that.
What?
Sometimes when you don't reply quick, but then I notice I'm being toxic.
Toxico.
No, but I don't. That's the difference is I don't show it to you guys. Like, I don't. Like, I have these mind, but I'm thinking about a million things at once, like all the time, every day. Like, I always tell Kathy that I think too much about everything.
Yeah.
I overthink about our issues and everything. So anytime you guys take a little too long to reply, I'm like, okay, why aren't they replying? Did they not like what I said? Should I have mentioned it the other way? Should I have worded it differently? Again, that's just my mind. But the thing is,
here we're just chilling. Like,
I know you guys are doing your own shit. That's the thing that at the end of that thought process, I understand. It's
what I do a lot, también? Have you ever, like, you see the message and I'm like, I'll reply later.
Yes, I do that shit all the time. I fuck because it's weird.
3 hours pass.
That's, I think, what I was kind of getting at when I said, is that a form of depression? Which I don't think it is, but what I'm saying is that some type of mental imbalance. Not because the way I think about it is, when someone messages me, even if it's professional, I have like clients who message me, and I look and I'm like, I'll reply later.
I do the same way with my business too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I go like maybe 3 hours sometimes to you guys when I see something.
I even do it till the next day.
Yeah. Or, it's like, okay, I'll reply later and when you actually think about it, it's like 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Is that some type of problem that people have? Like, because here's the thing. Someone texts you. Okay, you put input and that's it. Mm-hmm. Is that a big deal?
I don't know.
It's not. Well, in my opinion, I don't think it is, just to reply.
Yeah.
So why aren't you replying? I'm just joking. No.
So it comes back.
So it comes back to this. Why the fuck don't you guys reply quick? No, but that's my point, because I do that too, and I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is, like, is that some sort of effect of another underlying cause that can, or is that just people?
I'm just lazy. Honestly, I'm a lazy person.
It's funny though, just to be just a response, because like I said, I do the same.
But it's because it's not just one response. It's like question, and it adds up.
You know what? That makes sense, because it's not just one quick response.
No, it's not like yes or yeah.
Exactly.
I'll meet you here. Like, okay, but at
You're
what time
engaging
and what
in
are you wearing?
Yeah,
it's a conversation starting.
So the moment you realize that if I respond, it's not just I don't want to respond. It's more like, I know if I respond, I'm going to have to keep talking for a while.
Exactly. Like, clients, like, how much does this cost?
And it's not just a quick response. It's
like, okay, and what does that include? And like, okay, what days are you available? It's a whole nother thing.
You're right. That's true. That's a good insight. You know what? You forget.
Unagi,
yeah. You forget about that. I guess, that pattern, that is what, here's the thing. I don't even think about that, but you feel it. Like, you feel like, I'm going to get into it. But I was explaining it to you right now. I wasn't even able to put it into words as far as how I felt, the uninterested urge to kind of respond.
And for me, I don't know, you probably it's the same. It's just that, like, it's just it's gonna be a easy another 10 to 30 minutes just messaging that person back and forth.
After
It's not
this
just
episode, yeah. Yeah, no, I get you. When I get my mind set on that talk, I think that's nice about having text though. It's a good and a bad thing, right?
yeah.
Because antes when people would call you, you'd be like, okay, fuck, I need to answer the fucking phone.
Yeah. And then I used to ask for a whole
fucking
hour.
hour,
Like
yeah.
if they want to really like vent.
Do you have people who call you?
Yeah.
Family?
Yeah.
Do you fucking
and
ignore
friends.
them?
Yeah, sometimes I do. I'm sorry.
Yes!
Roy, a lot. My
Dude.
brother.
Oh, my dad likes to call me a lot. And I feel bad because it's like, oh, dude, this guy's not going to be here forever. And I know I'm going to regret it. But
No, and they always call at the weirdest
Worst
time. Like,
times.
I'm taking a nap or I'm about to shower. Like, hey, like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah. I like the text. I told him, Dad, text me, dude. Like, you can text me and I'll have a conversation with you all day, basically.
yeah.
As opposed to calling, I feel with you. With this, why? Look, I know it's weird, but as far as my clients go, I don't answer new clients ever. People call me, and I have a setting on my iPhone that sends them directly to voicemail.
I should start doing that.
Dude, I hate answering the phones because every conversation is a whole thing. And the other worst part is that every time I forget the conversation, and they bring it up in another conversation, I have no reference.
Mm-hmm.
So I like texting for two reasons. It saves me time as far as for my personal life, and I use it as reference. So there's never like, I don't remember what I told you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did I give you
that
that
makes sense.
discount?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So I
true.
have everyone sent to voicemail except for important
Wait,
clients.
you have clients that call you?
Jeez, I hate it. I mean, I have clients who call me like before the session and I see that missed call and I'll be like, okay, it's probably the client that I'm about to go to. So I answer real quick because I know what it's about and I'm already on
Yeah.
my way. But new clients, I don't answer at all. I hate it. Unless, and this is the interesado part, unless they leave a voicemail saying we're interested in a wedding package or something.
Like, ma'am?
And I'm like, okay, hey, yes, hi, I'm sorry, I was with the kids. Yes, you got me a bad time. I was pooping. It's funny though, but like it's weird. I don't like answering people, but yeah, a lot of people change after high school. It's weird. It's not that much of a big deal, I guess, if you kind of understand the issues as far as at hands. But I do think a good portion kind of get offended, but they take it the wrong way. You know, like I think that's when you start kind of not really caring about the other person and where they're at. Because I do have friends, and I know I ran into this one guy that I used to hang out with all the time, and I ran into him at my mom's salon, and I said, hey, what's up, man? How are you doing? But the guy was just like, because I've been ignoring his texts and messages for like the past 2 years. And the thing is,
But why do you do that? Like,
it's because I talked about this on this other podcast, on the other episode, that there was a time where I kind of felt bad because I felt almost shameful of how my, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
How my life kind of played out.
Yes.
And I felt almost like if someone was messaging me.
But it was something that you were dealing yourself.
Exactly.
Like, it was not anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that's my point, is that when someone kind of talks to you, let's say I message you guys for a long time, after a while and you don't respond, I'm not going to see you in the street and say hi to you and be like, oh, you motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my reply? You know, I'm not going to take it personally.
Yeah.
So that being said, I don't take it personally when someone I see who hasn't responded and they say hi. I don't take it in that wrong way.
Because you understand.
Yeah, because I understand. Hey, dude, you have personal shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to... Everyone has personal shit. I have personal shit, and that's
Yeah.
fine. But there's some people who get fucking offended.
Yeah, they do.
You don't make time for me. And it's like, dude, we ain't fucking, what's wrong with you? You know, to put it lightly, like, what's wrong with you? You ain't paying the bills. Like it's just what it is. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but we're in a day and age where, you know, we have to pick and choose who our friends are. Antes, it was like fucking, hey, dude, how many friends do you have? You have 150 friends? I have 250 friends. That's fucking cool. Like, you'd be walking in school and saying hi to everyone. Hey, ¿cómo estás, güey? What's up, bro? And fucking fist bump. Coronavirus spreading everywhere in the fucking high school. Because you know how many handshakes we used to shake with? Every fucking day? That's why everyone had the flu all the time. Dude.
Well, schools, that's why they're for children.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even... That's another fucking topic, right? But here's a quick point on that. A lot of people are like, why can't we go back to school and all this shit? And that's crazy and whatever. We should be back. Just to remember how many people I would shake hands with on a passing period...
And then, like, it was like the
congested.
hallways. Like, it was like,
yeah,
move.
That's a it's just a petri dish of bacteria simmering.
And then not only that, like, you're in the table, and then I
People's
don't know,
hands,
yeah, your
people's
hands, like, oh,
hands.
let me poke my nose, like, oh, right here.
That
like,
one asshole who
achoo.
sneezes on his fucking hand, and then just go like, oh fuck.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's
just right here
disgusting.
on the table. And then there you go, sitting on that table.
Yeah, but it's weird because the fact that you had high school and you had that concentration in those people, you would be able to regularly maintain that steady friendship because you had those classes, you had that time.
And at fuerzas, you have to see them.
Almost right up
Yeah.
a fuerzas, basically, right? So it wasn't until after high school where you kind of had your own choices in your own life.
Yeah.
That's when you were like, well, fuck, like that's when you really have that handful of friends that you kind of keep dear, which is why I kind of treat you guys really special as far as like I give you gifts on fucking Christmas and shit like that because I don't have a lot of friends, but I need to make sure the ones I have are good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a thing with, I don't want to be an asshole because I have other friends that I have really close ties with, but I haven't been so close to them now because again, after high school and shit like that.
Yeah.
But
what makes us friends? Like, what's the thing? I think we have a very dark sense of humor as well.
yeah,
like.
we do. It's not something to be proud of. Well, I mean, here's the thing. When in privacy, a lot of things, right, we can do.
Everybody does that.
Yeah,
like,
everyone.
everybody has a dark side.
We
to
talk
them
about
too.
shit we're not supposed to, right? Like
No.
delicate topics. It's not gonna get into it. But I think we're friends because one, we have that backbone as far as, you know, we will have that connection in high school. We were all well, except Kathy. We were all cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Cheer squad. But
Woo.
but here's the thing. I think also the reason why I like to be close with you guys is because I see we both have priorities and goals.
Yeah.
You know, as far as where we want to get to in life. So I kind of respect that as far as compared to other people. I see other people have priorities, but I also see their other priorities, you know. And I know you guys like to, you know, party and drink and all that shit, but there's some people who do it way too much. Like,
It's a lifestyle.
yeah, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's what defines them.
Yeah.
And so I like seeing you guys snap, you know, playing with Ace, showing off the house, showing off the chickens. There's a priority there. There's a real life priority as opposed to other people snap. I'm not trying to downplay
And like,
anyone else.
we try and progress together. Like,
Yeah.
like keep it up. Like,
Keep it up,
if
keep
you progress,
talking.
like let's motivate each other to
Yes,
keep going.
Yes, it's nice to talk and discuss all these things, which is, again, something I kind of talked to Kathy about because there's those times where you're like, fuck, I don't really want to hang out with them. Or like, I know you guys have those too.
Like,
Don't
knock,
fucking-
knock, we're here still anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
We're anyways. we're
Don't
here.
fucking lie to me, right? I know you guys sometimes get those feelings too. It's like, I don't really want to go and shit.
No, yeah, we have.
I've gotten those, but then I told Kathy, dude, it's nice because once you get past that first 5 minutes, it's fun. And it's a different feeling where you're kind of exercising this different lifestyle of, you know, hanging out with people that
Yeah.
you can kind of be comfortable with and discuss things, and you get out of that kind of routine, which is what I like.
Yeah.
I told Kathy, you know, it's nice to have them over because we talk about random shit.
Yeah.
And we have these funny moments, and I know, like, we like to mention that whole dude in fucking Las Vegas. We got like annoyed of each other after a while, right? But there was those moments where it was kind of fucking fun.
There was one time that I was
Oh shit.
starving. I was starving.
Oh, I remember that.
And then
That-
you
on the
were
Tesla.
like, yeah, on the Tesla.
I remember that.
And then he was like, "Oh, let's just keep driving until we get there." Okay, it was about 2 hours worth of a drive, more or less.
I wasn't
You
thinking about that.
expected me not to
Yeah,
eat
I
for
know.
2 hours. I was like, "Stop the car!" And what did
Bro,
we
it's
get?
because I was a faster, so I was like, this chick can handle 16 hours. I know what's good for her. This will help her.
I'm doing it for you.
I'm doing it for your health. No, dude, I remember that. I remember when me and Kathy were talking about that. We're like, fucking Michelle was fucking like dying and shit.
No, dude, I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna
Yeah, she
faint.
kept saying, I'm gonna fucking faint. Y yo acá bien gordito, like,
You know, you'll be fine. You'll
You'll
be
be fine.
fine. Oh, just wait till we get there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like,
Yeah, I remember that, and we had to stop at what was
we
it?
wouldn't be friends if we don't get in each other's nerves.
No,
though.
that's what I was saying. Is I think I referenced it in.
It's like we're brothers and sisters. We honestly, I feel like that.
That's I think that's nice because I know I saw this stand up where this guy was like, it's funny because we have friends that we want to hang out with, but at the same time they annoy the fuck out of us sometimes, right? And at the same time, you don't want to get new friends because it's like, oh, I don't want to invest all this other
Start all
fucking
over
time
again.
with all these other fucking people. And to eventually get to that point where it's like, oh, I fucking hate you. I've realized that with every friend, you're going to get annoyed with them.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. No, I think it'll be boring también if you don't.
If you don't have that dynamic
Yeah, no. It's,
with, this vato.
it's
or
awesome.
something. Like, I think the cool thing is that we share a lot of similarities, but we also share a lot of differences.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when that dynamic kind of comes in as far
Yeah.
as when we hang out. But
I agree.
I agree, right? I think, what do you think about this episode kind of cutting it there.
That's fine.
I think that's good, right?
I think we
kind of covered the whole. It was a good 30 minutes, right? Only because
short and sweet.
Yeah, short and sweet. Only because as far as this specific topic goes, it's not too much. It's, just people after high school changing.
Yeah.
It's normal. It's something that's expected. I kind of understand why people change, but I don't think it's something people should kind of hold personal. I do see a lot of people share like, just so you know, if we don't message, I still love you and shit. And like,
and there's people getting all like
they don't. Yeah, they take it
we're
personal.
not friends anymore.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of both because I don't fucking love people who I don't talk to in a long time, but I don't hold it personal. You know what I mean? It's like if you want to talk, we talk. If I have time, let's talk. You know what I mean? I'm busy. Sorry. You want to get on the podcast? Come on. we can talk here.
Or are you? Why didn't you text me back?
Yeah, why didn't you text? What the fuck? And
Victor
we can discuss
exposed.
it here. Exposed, right? No, but anyway, so yeah, you feel good?
I'm good.
Okay, awesome. So that was this episode's kind of short, but again, it was kind of a good topic to kind of discuss. Quicker one, see how it works with the dynamic. How do you want to kind of end it as far as any ending note for your friends out there who kind of taking it personal? Just kidding. But
no, I'm not kidding. If you guys I'm sorry if I don't message you guys, but if you guys want to catch up, or
they're gonna hold that. If you say no to a cup of coffee, they're gonna be like, "You said, Michelle."
And
on your fucking podcast.
Invite to the little hangouts that we do. I invite them, and sometimes they can't. I always try at least once a year, like old friends, like let's get together. And if they can't, I'm not gonna be like, I invited you and you didn't come. So you know what? Like, what's it called? The little
X crossed out. You're
no,
done. You
like,
cut off.
I understand. Cut off.
You're done.
But no, like if I don't message you, please don't take it personally. We all have like things going on, work, my side hustle. También I do the lashes as well. So sometimes it's kind of hard. I thought she was gonna
say side vato. I was like, whoa,
my
dude.
side Sancho.
Yeah, no, I get you. You're just busy. So
to cut it, to even prove a point, like sometimes I don't even have time with like Marcos.
Yeah.
Sometimes like
So
your significant other. What makes you think I might have time for for a friend?
It's not like in a narcissistic way. Like, oh my god, it's about me. I don't have time for you.
No, yeah, it's just sometimes
there's not enough time.
And then the times that you do have time, you want to relax.
Yeah. That's how it is. How it is nowadays, especially when you're older. You just want to chill at home, watch some TV, chill. But
we're good.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for listening to this podcast episode. If you're listening on Spotify, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching us on YouTube, check us out on Spotify, and please like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, check us out. We're on TikTok now. So, but thank you guys for tuning in. See you on the next one.